Hey everybody, it's that time of year again where our gardens are done outside and we need something to grow inside, and as you can see I'm wearing my mushroom shirt and so it's time to grow mushrooms inside. A company called WholeEarthHarvest.com sent me this organic shiitake mushroom kit which grows indoors, and it's certified organic by the Oregon Department of Agriculture. And let me show you what's in here, what they sent. First of all, here is the block that we're going to be growing off of. They sent instructions and also a bag of dried shiitake mushrooms, 1 ounce. And comes with a spray bottle. And here's a mat for soaking up the excess water that drips off. And this is plastic for the covering of the block. And then this here is the tray that the water sits in to keep the block moist while it's in the tent. So before we get started, let's go on a little field trip to the supermarket and see what the shiitakes look like there and what they cost. Here we are at the supermarket, and these don't look too bad. I'm surprised. These over here look a little bit dried out and broken up, and they're only $7.49 a pound. Not too bad. Let's go back. Let's get started on the kit here. I have the tray that they supply, and I have a foam board here which I'm going to put the tray on. They say in the instructions that you can use a cookie sheet, but I just happen to have this foam board from my aquaponics project. And then I'm going to take this mat that they supply, and it has these bamboo sticks in it, and this is the mat which I'm going to put under the tray. Just like that. Okay, and then I'll show you what it's next. Okay, at this point they say to fill the trays, there's 3 trays, with water, and I'm using non-chlorinated water, not something out of the tap, and put about a 1/4 inch in there. And that'll keep the block moisturized. The next step is to take your block like this and just center it over the trays. Then we're going to take some water. This is the non-chlorinated water. I just bought distilled water at the store. And give it a really good spraying, because mushrooms need humidity and cool air to produce, especially these. After looking at this block, I turned it over and I saw all this nice mycelium at the bottom. So I'm going to take a chunk out of here, probably right here. It looks like a good spot. It's nice and fluffy. You can see that. And I'm going to put it in this jar. This jar is full of hardwood sawdust. It has coffee, straw, and gypsum, which is just drywall. So I'm going to put it in the middle and then fill it in with more of the same stuff. And then I have this one here, which I'll show you. This is, let me zoom in here. This is a dryad saddle. I picked it 2 days ago, and I'm just going to take some mycelium off the bottom and put it in a jar and see if it takes off. So let's see if that works. I had to fast forward to day 7 because the battery on my camera stopped holding a charge. I had to get a new battery in this week, which came in on Thursday. I charged it up and good to go. But before I show you day 7, which is our harvest day, I'll show you day 3. Now here you can see on day 3 that the mushrooms were just really starting to pop out. Actually, the kid took off like a racehorse. I was surprised that it grew that fast because 2 days earlier you couldn't see any of that. But anyway, let me show you day 7 here and show you the rest of the process that I went through to do this. Okay, unveiling on day 7. This is a humidity tent that I didn't show you in the last part before my battery went dead. And but this keeps the humidity in and has holes in it to allow intake of new air and let the gases out that the mushrooms produce. And here we go here. I'll show you what I did. It comes with these stakes that go in the holes on the sides of the trays. You just poke them through, then set the plastic over it, and it keeps them humid. And you have to spray this 2 to 4 times a day. I did it at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and that was fine enough. And as you can see, the mushrooms came out pretty good. Let me give you a closer look. Yeah, they really took off. Let me give you some more shots here. For your mushrooms to benefit the most, you need temperatures between, I'd say, 62 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm at 67 in here. And you also need lighting. Yes, mushrooms need lighting. I just have it under my fluorescent lighting. These are just regular T12 bulbs, 6500K temperature, and 12 hours a day on, 12 off, and you'll get results like this. Here's a closer look at the block before I harvest, and these are some great looking mushrooms. Lots of mushrooms on there. And this area was a little bit bare, but there are mushrooms pretty much all the way around the whole block. Very nice. Okay, for harvesting, I'm going to cut it right at the base without yanking it out. Just like that. That way the base stays in there with the mycelium to produce the next flush. Okay, I thought we'd weigh them to see how much we got. Put that on there, turn it on, and switch to ounces. Remove that, and put on the mushrooms. Let's see what we got. There we go. Looks like we have 1 pound, 0.61 ounces. And this is only the first flush, so the second flush won't produce as much, but that's pretty good. That's that's nice and heavy. Now that the first flush is done, we're going to get it ready for a second flush and give it a chance to rest, give the mycelium a chance to rest. And then after a couple weeks, we're going to soak it in water, cold water, and then we should get a second flush out of it. Won't be as big, probably just over ½ pound, I'm guessing, and possibly even a third flush. And these blocks are made out of maple sawdust and, is it wheat bran? Yeah, wheat bran. But yeah, you can buy these separately from the rest of the kit, just the block itself. I know they're on their website currently, they're $19.95 free shipping at wholeearthharvest.com. And or you can buy it with the tray and the tent and all that. I think that's about $27 free shipping there. But yeah, check them out, www.wholeearthharvest.com. And they have other things there too, like dried mushrooms, or even bizarre things like elk jerky or kangaroo jerky. So check them out. Hey, before I close out this video, I wanted to show you the results of my attempted shiitake clone and my dryad saddle or pheasant back mushroom clone. These did not work at all. There's nothing going on in the jar. But the shiitakes, I'll show you a photo here because the lighting's better outside. You can see the thin wispy mycelium going through the jar. It's about a quarter way through, and I guess it'll take about another week for it to be fully colonized, and then I can add it to some other substrate, which I do like this. I use these ice bags, and they work great for growing mushrooms. But I'll show you what's in here. This is king oyster mushrooms that I cloned from Whole Foods, and they're doing pretty good, even though they've been sitting in the refrigerator all summer. So let me give you a close look at that. Here's a closer look at my king oysters that are just starting to go. And man, those look pretty good. And they're throughout the bag. Little ones starting here and there. But those look really good. And they're actually growing on the sides too. I'm gonna have to, I think I'm just gonna take this whole thing out of the bag and put it in my grow chamber to get this whole block going. But so far they look good. Well, I'll show you what else I got coming up. Get this out of the way. And I got all of these are elm oysters that I just picked the other day, and I'm going to attempt to clone these. And these are easy to find on elm trees in the fall. I mean, they're everywhere. I mean, there's a ton of food out there if you know where to look. And also going to be cloning this. This is a hen of the woods that I found the other day, and actually I got more of it here. Just cut it in 2 pieces. But anyway, I'm going to attempt to clone these and do the same thing as I did with the king oysters and put them in a bag like that and see what we get out of it. One last thing is I'll be doing updates on the second flush of the shiitake mushrooms, and also here I have a bag of spawn or mycelium of gray oysters. It's Chinese. I got it from this Chinese woman that I met online who grows mushrooms at home, and she gave me this bag in trade for some fresh dryad saddle mushrooms that I picked. So that was pretty cool. But anyway, stay tuned and you'll see more mushroom updates. That's all. Take care, everybody.